We play and call it work. Necromunda.
Hey everybody, Matthew here from MiniWarGaming.com.
And I'm Steve the Mountain.
And we are going to play some Necromunda.
Oh, yes we are.
We are in the Underhive studio.
Yes.
Playing Necromunda Underhive, which I'm very excited for. And I hope that you are too. Now, I have played this game before, but it's been a long time.
Yep.
And have you ever played Necromunda?
Technically, yes, I have the old way back when, but very little. Very little.
Well, you say old way back when. Do you mean previous editions or when this first came out?
No. Like the original Necromunda, but like only about 5 years ago.
Oh, okay. So not the current one. And
No,
we have done some practice games to make sure that we have at least the basic rules. But we've discovered pretty quickly that not everything is concrete. At least that we can tell. There's some things it's like, is it this way or is it this way? And
actually, yeah, one or two things might actually come up in today's game that we're going to make a rule on the fly.
Especially because Steve is playing the Palanite Subjugators.
Yes, I got me some shields.
That's right, and the shields have actually brought up some of the stuff with knockback, which will probably come up, and we'll address it when it does, and we'll get your feedback.
I'll attempt to anyway, yeah.
Yeah, and you are?
The Palanite Enforcers. I
already said that. You are the law. That's what it is. That's what I'm looking for.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm like, you are the law.
I'm going to say it a lot. It's going to get really annoying, and it won't be a good impression, and I pre-apologize.
And I'm going to be playing House Orlock, or Orlock Gang, or whatever. And
Soccer hooligans.
Yeah, and a big shout out to Scott and Tom for donating their basic, I say basic, I mean like the six of the gangs. The Palanite, Subjugators, and later we have the Corpse Grinders as well. That'll be featured eventually. Those we painted up. But the Orlock you're about to see was painted by Scott.
We didn't paint nothing.
Yeah. I didn't paint. I say we. It's my company, man. Anything that happens in my company, I can say I did it. It's like my dad's a contractor. He said I built that house.
Well, then we worked really hard yesterday.
Exactly, we did. And so we're just going to try it out. We've got a very elite subjugator list with shields against a more swift, lots of auto guns.
Are you Hordy or what do you?
I don't know. Is 10 models a horde?
I don't know.
It kind of feels like it could be. But
I would say yes, maybe.
I don't know. And eventually we're going to be playing, where our plan is to play an entire campaign with this as well. Nice. But right now we've got to play a few one-off games to get to know the game before because you don't want to build your gang composition for the first time and then realize 2 games in, you're like, oh, I would have done it completely different. So anyway, let's just jump into this. Let's take a look at the gangs. Start with my Orlock gang. This is painted up by Scott. I'm not sure if you don't know Scott. Tom and Scott are brothers who come in quite often, and you see them featured in battle reports. And so big shout out to Scott for loaning us these so that we didn't have to paint up a bunch of regular gangs just to try out the game. But the Orlock gang is led by my leader right here, who has got his serval claw and a little stub gun. And then I got 2 champions, one with a knife and an auto pistol, and one with a heavy stubber. I went ahead and gave them all nerves of steel for their skill that they get to choose, which seemed like a good choice because essentially whenever they're supposed to be pinned, in other words when they get hit by a shooting attack, then if I make a cool check, which they're pretty decent at, then they are not pinned. And that's important because heavy stubbers are unwieldy, which means they need to do a double action to shoot them. So if they're pinned, you can't shoot them. And the other 2 guys want to get to close combat, which if you're pinned, that is hard to do. It's actually very hard to do. And then I've got 6 gangers. Now, if I were doing this in a campaign, then I would actually have 3 Juves and 3 gangers. Or if I can do, actually, I think I need more gangers because 1, 2, 3. No, sorry, I have got 7 gangers here. You have to have at least half your. So 5 of them would have to be gangers, 2 of them would be Juves. But because we're just doing a one-off, the gangers are better. In the long run for campaigns, Juves are better for their skills. So all of these gangers are just equipped as you see them. We've got 4 of them with auto guns. We got 1 here with 2 pistols and auto. So yeah, they're both stub guns. We got 1 with a knife and a stub gun, and 1 with a stub gun and an auto pistol. And all pretty straightforward, as they're just going to be the auto gun guys are going to cover fire as everybody with pistols or close combat weapons will try to move forward.
Well, these are my subjugators. There's only 5 of them and only a leader, no champions. So the champion here is going to have hardened flak armor on top of the standard gear for a subjugator and a stub pistol. And we have 3 subjugators with hardened flak armor and grenade launchers. And then we have 1 more guy with the heavy assault ram, has a grenade launcher on the bottom. No extra armor, but he has a name. That's Adrian.
Want to see more Necromunda battle reports? Become a Vault member and watch Matthew and Steve play another game of Palanite Enforcers versus the Orlock gang. Click the link below for your free 7-day trial. We are going to be playing just the basic mission for the first one, where we both deploy within 12 inches of or 12 inches away from the center. In other words, 12 inches of our board edge. And it's just whoever does the most killing wins. And we go until we're bottled, essentially, which shouldn't take too long, given that there's only 5 models in the Palanite Subjugators.
It's 4 more than we need.
It's 4 more than you need. You just need 1 of them. Well, by the way, you didn't mention what your skill your leader had.
Oh, that's right, teamwork. So I can activate 1 additional person with my leader.
So normally a leader could activate 2 with them, but you can activate 3. So basically almost your full gang gets to activate.
It's not a gang, we're the law.
Yeah, sorry, your strike force, your
the
squad,
law.
your squad. Your law squad.
My law squad.
So everything you see here, except for these servo haulers, is actually from GameMat.eu. This is their mat, and this is their chem zone. I think it's actually a couple sets of the chem zone, which looks pretty good for this as well. But we do have some servo haulers as well from Games Workshop. Rolling off for choosing deployment. I get to choose, and then I had to deploy first. I will take the side that I'm already standing on. I swear it's not because of laziness. Deploying first, I had to spread out knowing that there are a million grenade launchers across the table, so I got my leader with his servo claw up here, and then just kind of backed up with some gangers with auto guns and pistols. And then we've got my champion with a heavy stubber up top, and my other champion with close combat weapons right here, and then you can just kind of see a spread of Orlock gangers.
Sylvester is right here with his 3 guards.
That's
around
your
him.
leader?
Yeah. And then we have Adrian hiding. That's a goo. And before the game starts in pre-battle sequence 8, I'm going to play a card called Informant. I'm going to redeploy one of Matthew's guys.
Oh, yeah.
So your gunner is unwieldy, right? He can't move.
He can't move and shoot. Yeah. So basically, stick him in the corner, and you're good to go.
Or just out in the open with his back to me.
That also works.
Yeah. If I get, so I thought about putting him on the open with his back to me, and that would be the call, except for my other card. I want to do something, so I'm going to hide him over in the corner.
With his back to you. I'm looking for the informant.
Hey guys, he's over here.
Yeah, this guy over here. Oh wait, he's just the wind.
Also, putting your leader on the open one nice too.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do something turn 1, so.
Okay. Roll for priority, because nobody had it before. We reroll ties. So the law has the priority.
I'm going to activate my leader. I misunderstood the cards only slightly. I'm going to use this card to activate no fighter, and my leader will have +1 to his saves in his front arc, and as well as everybody in base contact with him.
For the rest of the game.
Yeah, it's kind of dirty.
Yeah, especially combining all your other stuff. Now, when he had first read this, and me too.
Yeah.
When it says play this card instead of activating the fighter, we had thought it's like when you go to activate the fighter,
yeah,
he doesn't get to activate. He uses card
he's
instead.
turning on his extra shields. I was just thinking.
Yeah, and so it takes away his ready.
Right.
But we're reading this now that it counts as one of your activations, which, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if it turns out that our first thought is actually what it's supposed to be. But rules is written. We're going to play it this way, and then maybe we'll find an FAQ or user comment. Was that correct? Let us know what you think. And if you think we were wrong, please point us somewhere.
Page numbers,
rather than
quotes.
just like your opinion. It would be helpful if you're like, oh yeah, there was an FAQ, or they talked about it on a blog, or they mentioned it in a video. Something like that would be useful. Well, Mr. Johnny back here, Mr. Johnny looking for informant is going to activate, and we're just going to move him as far forward. We'll bring him up to here. Before we go any further, in Necromunda, you are not allowed to pre-measure. I want to point out, because of the way we'll be filming this, it may appear that we are not following that rule. But we're going to decide off camera what we're doing, and then we'll show you what we did afterwards. So it'll look like we're not measuring, it'll look like we're not that we're pre-measuring, but we're not actually doing that. We are following strictly those rules.
So we're going to activate my leader here, and then we're going to bring everybody with him with teamwork here. So we're going to start off with this little guy. We're going to stop him about here. Actually, I'm going to stop him about there, I think, is where I want him to be. And then for his second action, he's going to go ahead and try to fire right there with his grenade launcher. However, I suspect I'm going to be a little short.
Yes, which means?
We place the blast right there.
If it hits. So it means he's going to be shooting at this point instead. He still rolls to hit as normal, and then we follow the normal blast protocol. So it could actually scatter and hit one of my guys. So what you did not just see right there in the blink of an eye was Steve and I having a long discussion about blast. And we decided, hey, we've got some questions we have to answer. We should go through the FAQ and see what people say online.
No answer.
Turns out that, at least as far as we could tell, this divides the community a lot.
Yep, we found a lot of conversations about this.
On
no
how
consensus.
Exactly, on how to deal with blast markers, because we can, for example, according to rules as written, we could find a way to say you could target a point that's out of line of sight. So you could just hide your guy and lob grenades. Maybe that's intended. Also, things like, hey, this guy is in cover. When I look at him, it would be -2 to hit him, so I'll just target the point right beside him and get no -2 to hit, and great. So we're just ignoring cover. Oh, by the way, now he's pinned and hidden, so normally you can't shoot him at all, but I'll just target the point right next to him and hit him. It feels overpowered and wrong.
Yeah.
But
I didn't. I
it's
knew
fine.
no. I want them to know I knew nothing about the Subjugators when I painted up this box.
Well, and I
I
remember,
painted them up like the models were assembled in the box. I didn't pick equipment. I went with what the box had them equipped with.
I played Necromunda with Games Workshop with Warhammer Community on one of their Twitch streams, and I played House Goliath, and I had a grenade launcher, and I remember targeting points next to the fighter to ignore the cover thing, and it was like, cool, this is powerful. But I only had one grenade launcher, so it never really crossed our minds that this is overpowered. But now we have.
I genuinely feel bad about this 4 grenade launcher thing.
But it's not just the Palanite Subjugators, because any gang during a course of a campaign can easily acquire a bunch of blast weapons. And so all of a sudden, all the skills that they acquire and the pluses to ballistic skill, they're targeting points and hitting on 2s and hitting whatever they want.
But I mean, yeah, it's my starter gang. It's
I know. So here is what we are going to do.
Yes.
And you give us your feedback and what you think. If you have official sources, I'd love to hear it.
Yes.
But even without official sources, talk about what you find that you like to do, or what you find. I played Necromunda with 50 guys in this thing, and we've all agreed to this. Like, I'd love to hear things like that. So, point number 1, and these are house rules, by the way, because rules is written, we just can't seem to come to every conclusion. Point number 1, you cannot target a point that you cannot see.
I think that's more than fair.
Point number 2, if you target a fighter and he is out of range, the attack automatically misses.
Right.
But you reduce it to where it's in range and you scatter from there.
Right.
A la War Machine. War Machine does that.
Forget that.
Yeah.
I think while you can't argue this perfectly rules as written, I think that is the closest
Feels right.
interpretation from what they wrote in those books.
Number 3, the interpretation I do not like, but I cannot seem to find a way around, is if you're looking at a guy who's in full cover, yes, you can choose the point next to him and ignore that -2 penalty. It's just gonna be the way it is. Yeah. It makes grenade launchers very good.
Well, they even talk about the FAQ, like they know they're there, they hear them, and like.
And they even talk about pitch black. You can't see the fighter, but you can still shoot it, which makes me think that they might even intend that you can shoot it somewhere you can't see.
You know what?
But we're not going to play that way because
they're hard to reload.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, if you were with your friends to play that you could choose a point that you can't see, well, you could still apply the -2 to hit. But it would still
Well,
be
that would be rules as written, right?
because you have
You
has
could
full
not
cover,
see that spot. It
which
would
is
have full cover.
It has full cover, right?
But whatever, it's still amazing. It's just going to scatter from that spot.
Yeah, exactly. It's only a D6 scatter. Now, mind you, there's a chance that it could be a dud, but that's not it's like a 1 in.
I'm going to get a dud today.
You're gonna explode in your hands.
Well, because if I'm going to I'm going to go shield wall up the field, and I'm going to get a dud for sure today.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. So that is our house rules. Leave a comment about what you think is correct. If you think we are absolutely wrong, and there is a rules as written interpretation or combining with an FAQ or some official thing that Games Workshop has published somewhere, please copy and paste it word for word so that we can make a decision before we go and film an entire campaign and find out by the end of the campaign that everybody plays it this way, kind of thing.
You should know we're playing another game. So whatever we do in this one is going to happen in the next one.
Yeah, there's going to be a Necromunda game in the vault right now and today, and we'll have filmed that before getting any of your feedback. Yeah. So, and it will be these 2 gangs again. I'm sorry that we're talking so long about it, but it feels important.
It was how long?
We were up there
over
for
30
minutes.
minutes.
Yeah, almost half an hour.
From here and then up. Yeah, over 30 minutes.
Yeah. So that's the way we're going to play it, and tell us what you think. So coming back, you had targeted this guy, which you could see.
Yep.
He was out of range, which means you automatically missed because that is the weapons rule. And now we're going to kind of combine it with if you're out of range, you bring it back. The point basically comes to here. And because you're out of range, you automatically miss, which means we don't roll the hit. But you're still going to roll your firepower die to see if you have to do an ammo check, and then we'll scatter it. Firepower die first. Okay, no ammo check. Scattering, D6 inches.
Whoa.
5 inches in that direction from the point right here. And you perfectly missed the other guy.
Just missed him.
Wow.
And then we're going to go with this boy.
Does he have a grenade launcher?
He does.
Yeah. But did he just move? Or
He just moved.
And he's going to shoot.
And then, yeah. And then this time, we're going to target...
You're going to target a point. It's okay, just do it, Steve.
I know he's at a range.
Just choose a point.
We're going to go to the ground right about here.
Right there?
Yeah.
And then we'll pull it
Yeah, so
back.
you can
And then
pull
you
back.
actually do roll the hit because that's how it
So
works.
you got the spot where it lands?
Right there. But now
Okay.
you actually do roll the hit to see if it lands right there. And I know that sounds weird, but when you look at the bullet points, it says if you're choosing a point, if it's beyond, then you reduce it, and then you roll the hit as normal. When you choose a fighter, then it's out of range and
If
automatically
you
misses.
Follow what they wrote. This is what the interpretation.
It feels weird,
This
and
is
I
what
don't
they
like
wrote.
it. I don't like it.
This is what they wrote.
We have agreed that this is how we're going to play it. So it's just a 4 to hit, which is a hit. And actually, that spot is a miss. So it turns out we need a 4th house rule. Because we realize that something's really
This is
janky about this.
ridiculous.
Because if you read the rules as written, if you choose an enemy fighter and it's out of range, it'll automatically miss, which means we'll pull back and scatter. But if you choose a point that's out of range, you'd pull back and still roll the hit. Which means if Steve knows he's out of range, he's going to be like, I'm going to target the fighter because I want it to
Now
scatter.
I want to scatter.
So I want to take those two situations and amalgamize them into the same ruling. That way,
It's a one homogeneous thing.
Steve or anybody using a blast weapon doesn't have to feel like they're gaming the system.
Right.
And so essentially, here's what we're going to say. So 4th house rule. If you choose a point or a fighter who is out of range, you reduce it to where it's exactly in range, and then you scatter. You still roll the firepower die for your ammo check as usual, but you treat it as a miss.
And I know Matt's using the word house rules here. I typically don't even. I hate them myself. But like these, this is one way to play.
There is no answer.
We can't play otherwise.
Yeah.
Or else every situation we're like, I think this. Well, let's roll. Like, yeah, this works. This makes sense. We can play the game.
Yeah. And we'll just go from there. If it makes blast too powerful, so be it.
I don't, they already are.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. This boy, he's
Your
gonna
leader?
Yeah. He'll move or move.
Make sure you touch, so you got that plus armor saves.
And then he's done.
And then you got your last
More
one.
importantly, oh yeah, he makes it.
And if you forget, because of all the discussions we've been having, he did activate his leader and activate all 4 at the same time.
Oh yeah, with my teamwork ability.
That's right.
But
And
still.
then you're going to fire that grenade
I'm gonna fire that grenade.
at fighter, because in this case you don't have to make
It's
a decision.
And then
And we'll measure where 24
it's
inches
gonna
is.
scatter.
Yeah. Now we measure the 24 inches. It comes directly to here. And you might think, why don't you just say, I'm going to choose a point 24 inches away? Because that's not how it works. You're not allowed to pre-measure. So you actually would have to choose a point, and oh, it's out of range, then you reduce that point. So this is where it goes, and he wants it to scatter, which
Funnily-
actually makes this very good.
Funnily enough,
It actually has
it's
a lot
all
of...
the no pre-measuring that is added to all the mistakes these rules right here.
Exactly.
Yeah. I'll roll everything together here.
So no ammo check.
Uh-oh.
Direct hit? Yeah,
Right.
it's a direct
Yeah,
hit.
yeah, yeah.
It doesn't scatter that way.
And I think if we measure an inch and a
means
half, it's gonna
nothing.
snow. Yeah.
Yeah, it's far away from everybody. After all of this, they did nothing anyways. My leader will activate, and he's going to move. Remember, I pre-measured already. Right to there. Sorry, I didn't pre-measure. I declared what I did to Steve.
Oh, yeah,
Then
yeah.
I measured off camera. I did not pre-measure.
We
We're measuring off camera.
the wording here. All right, Adrian's gonna go, and I think I'm gonna hide from Matt. I'm gonna move all the way to here. That's my first move. I want to see if I can see anything. I don't think I can. So probably have to, and then move again, and we'll just go over this barricade.
Oh man, I wish I had a grenade launcher right now. Look at you all clumped up.
Right?
So you're done. So I just get to play with the rest of my team. Yay!
That only took the entire morning.
Yeah. I'm going to aim with this ganger, and he can see all your guys, but I'm going to target the one who's in full cover. After all the modifiers, I'm going to be hitting on 5s. No. And no ammo check. And then this ganger is going to move.
Oh, look at this action you get.
This ganger is going to move and take a shot, I guess. Same target, just barely in range. Now 6 is to hit because I did not aim. Miss, no ammo check. This guy right here is going to climb up and move out in the open, kind of. This one will move. And we're going to move out in the open because you can just target the ground next to me anyway.
Actually, yeah, if you think about that.
Yeah, we're just going to move forward because your one weakness is that I have way more guys than you. Normally it's a bad idea to move out in the open, but not when there's grenade launchers. End phase has nothing really going on because nobody got hurt. So that is the end of battle round 1. Roll for priority. I win ties.
We'll
I
take
do
it.
not have it.
I'll take it. I'll activate them. So I'm sorry.
You can activate all 4 again?
Yeah, I'm gonna activate my leader's teamwork thing, and everybody's gonna go fire off grenades actually until you get close enough for us to charge you. We're gonna start off with this one right here, and we're gonna go aim at the ground.
So aim
right
and
there.
then target that spot. So it'll be
Yes.
hit on 3s.
Oh,
Ah,
you
see, you
missed.
missed.
We missed. Huzzah!
Oh boy.
That's probably enough.
Lands way back here.
This guy here. Oh, actually, facing. I couldn't aim and do that.
That's right, because you're facing forward.
So,
Because he was thinking of firing over here,
you know
but
what?
he realizes he's
So
not
I
facing
will
that.
adjust a bit
So you'll move.
and not aim. Yeah. So my second thing will be to shoot right here. So no aim.
4s to hit then. No, it's
That's
still
it.
a hit. So it hits just him. Now, it has knockback,
It does.
but because it's blast, we actually have to roll separately. So you have to roll 3 or higher, because that's my strength. So that knocks him back an inch, which in this case, he'll be pinned, just because he was hit, period. 4s to wound. No wound.
And this one's going to aim at the floor right here.
Because he's actually partially covered by the terrain. You actually can't see him at
I
all?
can't see him at all.
Awesome. But we said you can target a point you can see. The
Yes.
rule that we added was you can't target a point you cannot see.
Ooh, ammo.
You missed, and that's an ammo check, which is a 6+. You're out of ammo!
Oh no. We didn't bring.
So it still scatters. And yeah,
That's nothing.
that means it's coming back to here. Steve, these grenade launchers are so overpowered.
No.
Good job.
And Sylvester's going to spin his stubbornness.
And he's just yelling at them? Is he not like giving
Stay
it
close. My armor's better than.
No, I mean like through his PA system. He's not like yelling at my guys to stand down. I am Put down your weapons! This ganger's gonna move.
And now Adrian is going to take aim, and we're going to fire right at this ganger here because I can't really see the ground around him.
No, so you can't target the ground.
Looking for them 5.
Need a
Ooh,
5.
that's
Yeah,
nice.
because -2 + 1. Scattering?
No,
Ooh,
that's
yeah,
not
way
nice.
off.
Grenades are terrible. They're garbage.
Yeah, I know, right? They're not overpowered at all.
So expensive. 50
Yeah.
points.
Fun fact, Steve is done, so I have complete control of the
That's because
table now.
grenades are garbage. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, right? Yeah. You just keep whining there, buddy. So we're going to do the same thing with this ganger. He's going to aim and fire at the one out front who's just barely in range. Hitting on 5s. Misses. Ammo check, which I pass. My leader will move. We're getting to you. Almost there. Ganger here is going to move. Usually worried about being out in the open, but not against grenades! One that you pinned will stand up and just take a shot at the nearest one. Which will be him. 6 to hit. Miss. No ammo check. Oh, it would have been 3 hits though. Ganger will move. Ganger will move.
Just a reminder for everybody, Matthew is measuring.
Yes, I am measuring. This ganger will move. Out into the open, because you just got freaking grenades, so I don't care! Aim fire, once again, at the... You know what? Let's try to pin your leader, because if I pin him, you lose your extra armor save. Still hitting on a 5. Nope, and nope. One last ganger will aim and fire. Risking hitting my own guy, but oh well. 5s to hit. Oh, we hit 3 times! He gets pinned. Boom! Goes to ground. 4s to wound. 3 wounds!
So earlier in the video, I mislabeled their armor. They have hardened layered flak armor. That's the one you upgrade for the extra armor save.
That's a basic 5.
5 up. Plus their Under Armor. It's not called Under Armor, but it's
Bodysuit or something?
yeah. No, it's not bodysuit. It's something like Under Armor. Making it a 3 up. The
4
shield.
4 up.
Sorry. Shield brings it to 3 up. Man. Okay. All right. And then my card I played, the shield wall, 2 up.
Right.
Yeah.
And we're assuming that you still get it even though you're pinned before we resolve the hit. Because otherwise you would
would
never
never
get
get
it.
that
Because
or
you're
the
always
shield.
pinned before you
Right.
resolve the hit. The question I have is, if you are pinned, like later, do you still count as being in base contact? And I think the answer is yes. We'll just say yes.
Well,
Or we'll look
it
for
may,
an
it may
answer
never
later.
matter, but we'll find out.
So you have a 2-up save right now.
Yes.
3 of them.
You know what's great in skirmish games? 2 ups. Oh no!
Oh, 1 got through, and you only have 1 wound. Injury. Seriously injured. All 3 of the other guys are going to have to take nerve tests because they're within 3 inches of him when he was seriously injured.
We're going to start off with my leader, who's cool 6.
And now he's got 2 people
He's
within.
actually in range.
He's in range too,
Yep.
so 3. So he has to only roll 3+. Ho ho ho! And you're sure his cool is 6+, not 7+?
No, the rest are 7.
Oh, so they would have failed that.
Yes.
Who's next?
We'll do the guy that guy. He's more
He's in
important.
range of everybody, so he needs a 4+. Got it. And is he in range of the one back there too?
You know what? I'll roll. He probably is.
Oh, that doesn't matter. You would. It's either be a 5+ or down to a 4+.
He is.
It's fine. 5 was good either way. So Steve, you might bottle.
Yeah, buddy.
So it turns out you're like, hey, we're outnumbered. I think.
Weird than that.
So we roll a die, a d6. You add the number of fighters who are out of action or seriously injured, in which
Yes.
case is 1, And if you roll higher than your starting total, which was 5, you're bottled, which doesn't end the game, but it causes some problems.
Good.
You only started with 5 guys, and 1's out. So if you roll a 5+, you bottle.
Oh, yeah.
You are the law.
Oh, I'm still the law around here.
Next up, we test to see what happens to your seriously injured pal. You've got at least one person within an inch, so you can roll 2 injury dice and take whatever one you choose.
I'll take this one.
you
No,
take-
I'll go with this one.
That okay. You sure?
Yeah. No,
It's
fine.
angled- it's
You're right.
angled
You're right. I'll
weirdly.
take that one.
Yeah, I like that one better. Roll for priority. I win ties.
Oh, no, you double turned
I got a
me.
double turn,
Come
Steve.
on.
Double turn,
Come
double turn,
on.
double turn. Well, not really.
Oh, you died by one guy.
Yeah. My champion's gonna fire a heavy stubber. It does count as a double action, so I can't aim first. And the closest visible is going to be your leader. I can't see this one right here, so we're gonna fire at him. This is rapid fire 2. It's -2 to hit you. Fun fact, we checked, and I'm not in your
Not
front
in my
arc,
front arc.
which means you don't get your shield bonus or your shield wall bonus.
Right.
So your armor will just be 4+. Now you
Right.
still get the ignore -1 rend bonus
Yep.
to the hardened layered flak armor.
Right. You said it right.
Yes. So you'll get a 4.
It's still pretty good.
Yeah, and I still have to hit on
For
a 5
skirmish,
too.
that's still great.
Yeah, I still have to hit on a 5.
That's true.
It's rapid fire 2 though.
I know that's the scary part.
I missed, and there's no ammo checks
Well, I'm going to activate the new team. Adrian joined the team.
because he's within 3 inches.
Yeah. And I guess I don't. Well, here's what we'll do. We're going to take.
Yeah, shoot, 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 shoot,
yeah.
shoot, shoot, shoot. Thump, 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 thump.
So we're going to start off with.
He's out of ammo.
I'm going to reload him.
Ooh. One at a time. It's a simple
First
action.
one on a 6.
No.
And then second action on a 6.
No reload.
Adrian is going to aim. Am I going to measure my front arc?
Yeah, you can always check line of sight.
Okay, so now we're gonna aim. We're gonna go. I can't quite see the ground because I got a big old little crane in the way.
Servo hauler in the way.
So we're gonna aim and fire right at the guy.
Because you can actually see a bit of him. But it's total cover. Oh, you hit though.
No.
Oh, it's a
fours.
5.
-2 + 1.
So you needed a
5.
right.
Yes.
Scattering. Way
Nothing.
off.
Nothing.
Way back here. Boom!
The leader is going to aim and fire his stubber at that guy. Look at that 4.
It's a hit. No ammo check. You pin him.
And 4 to wound him.
No wound.
And this guy here is going to aim and fire at this ganger. Ooh.
Need a 5.
Miss
Ooh,
and
ammo
ammo.
check. Can
Let's
you
do ammo first.
6+?
No
So
ammo.
He's out of ammo now. Scatter!
Ooh, I think we
That
hit him.
might be it. Yeah, you know, it's an inch, and it's a
Oh,
1.5
but that's
inch.
going to slam him into the wall now. That's actually
Yes.
good for me.
So basically the center, what he's saying is the center is going to go to here, so it knocks him back that way. If you roll 3+. Strength is 3.
Yes.
You do. So bam. So since he hits the wall, and this is not my Nerves of Steel champion, if you wound him and he fails his save, it'll count as 2 damage instead of 1. Wound him on a 4. Ooh, that's off camera. That's a wound. I've got my special mesh armor.
armor.
I think this is the first time it's come into play, because it's the first time you've actually injured one of my guys.
Hey, come on. Grenades are broken. I mean, they're not good.
So I get a 5-up save. Yeah, because it's not flak armor, so I don't get a +1 because it's a blast weapon. Fail it. 2 damage, so 2 injury dice, and seriously injured. Nobody is within 3 inches of him, so I don't have to worry about any nerve tests. Interesting situation coming up here. This ganger is going to move 5 inches. I'm going to be very careful how I measure this. That goes right to this point. So I have a gang tactic card that if a fighter ends within 3 inches of a seriously injured fighter, I can shoot or fight, in addition to the 2 actions I just did. But I can only play that card if I'm within 3 inches. But how do you know you're within 3 inches if you can't pre-measure, Steve?
Because you can use your second move right now to get within 3 inches of him.
But
If
I
you're
want
not within
I want
three.
to check right now if I'm within 3 inches.
Right.
Because if I am, then I will shoot
you're gonna-
and then use the card to shoot again.
But you can't pre-measure.
Right, but then if I can't pre-measure, then when he's finished his activation, how do I know if I'm within 3 inches so I can use the card?
So at the end of your activation, I'll let you know.
Because the card says you can only use it if you're within 3 inches. It's not one of those things where you declare you're going to use it, and if you're not within 3 inches, you throw the card away. So I cannot, rules is written, use this card because I can't ever know if I'm within 3 inches, unless I'm like in base contact and I just so
True.
obvious. So,
Like, do you want to move again?
so the question is, do I think I'm within 3 inches? And remember, his base counts as being right here. And the answer is, I think yes. So I'm not pre-measuring. Hold on a second, guys.
Measure tape?
Hold on. Where's the measure tape? Oh, I know these dots on the wall. So I'm going to take the chance and think I'm within 3 inches. And so I'm going to fire at whoever is the closest, which I think is going to be him. I'll check my line of sight now. 6 to hit. He misses. No ammo check. Ends his activation. So I'm going to have to measure this.
Yep.
He is outside of 3 inches.
serious?
You didn't realize I could have crawled the seriously injured guy first,
It's true.
and then ensure that he was going to be within 3 inches. Whatever, man. You have one more activation. Yeah.
In case I. Oh no.
You stay in base contact,
no,
man.
I'm gonna go away. Nah, whatever. Okay.
I'm gonna activate my seriously injured guy, and he's gonna crawl right to here because I have a plan. And then this guy's gonna activate. He's gonna move. I think I'm within 3 inches. He's gonna fire at the nearest guy. Auto pistols, rapid fire, and I'm going to need a 6 to hit you because you are in full cover. I miss. I would have got 3 hits. I'm not gonna use the card. This is just a 6 to hit. Ganger. Oh, actually, this is champion. Move. Aim, shoot, nearest guy. 5's to hit. Still nothing, but still no ammo check. Aim, shoot, nearest guy. Out of range, so the shot automatically misses. Still have to roll the firepower die though for ammo check. No ammo check. Knowing that, we'll just move up and shoot. Only in partial cover, so 5's to hit. Ooh, we got a hit. Oh, just 1 though. It pins him though. He'll have a 2+ save against us if I wound him. 4 to wound. Yeah. 2+, Steve. Ah, you're good. Piece of cake. Ganger's gonna stand up and move. Leader's going to move. End of phase. Bottle test for you on a 5+, because you still have 1 guy down. You are.
I am bottled.
That does not end the game.
Right.
And recover your seriously injured guy? Yeah, you flesh wound him. So he's going to flip over and be prone and take a flesh wound, losing a toughness. Roll for priority. You win ties. You've got priority, Steve.
All right.
Got to start off by doing some cool checks as you are officially broken. Now, if your leader passes it, everybody within 12 inches passes it, so you might as well start with him. 6+?
Oh, yeah.
You got it. So you're fine for now. I forgot last end phase to check for my seriously injured guy, and I've got 1 nearby to help. And so we got flesh wound. We'll turn him back over, and he's down to toughness 2.
So we're gonna start off with this one here.
Hold on.
Well, he's activating.
Okay,
And
and
then everybody's activating.
so everybody
Not
but
him.
whom?
Not him.
Not him. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. Well, we're gonna get up and get out of the way right about here. And actually, be this guy who's also gonna get up, and then he's gonna move.
He's out of ammo anyways.
Charge.
Lose an extra D3 inches. Yeah, you've got it. 8 inches. Who are you going towards?
Ja-ja-ja.
Bam! So you got 2 attacks base, 1 for the charge, and then you have a stub gun that you can fire as well. Hitting on 3s. And these are knockback, knockback,
Oh.
knockback.
I should roll one of these.
Oh, right. The ammo. No ammo check. So they all hit. Immediately you knock me back 3 inches. So that's 3 knockbacks. That was another interesting discussion we have, but rules is written. It looks like you're supposed to knock back with each of them. You just typically don't have knockback in close combat like this. But that's how we're playing it, so if you don't like it, then give us a
That's-
reason why.
And
Do you want to follow up?
We are gonna follow up. This is your action.
That's my ready token, yeah. They're all 4s to wound. You wound 3 times. I've got 5 up save against all of these. Oh, I take 1 wound. I have 2 wounds as I'm the leader, so I get to fight you back. Well, I've got 2 attacks with my cervical claw, and then 1 attack with my sidearm, all hitting you on 3s. Ooh, so, oh, and I gotta roll the extra firepower die, not out of ammo. These are strength 5, so 3s to wound. 1 wound. It is 2 damage. No AP though, you got a 2 up. Oh, you're fine.
It's gonna charge.
Fine.
Oh, good.
3, so that'll make it closest.
I was gonna fight this guy. 4s.
Ooh, so you missed with your shield, but you do hit with your pistol.
There's no
Or
pushing
sorry,
you
stub
back.
gun. 4 to wound me. You wound me. You might still. We got a 5 up save.
Stop.
Saved. So I get to hit you back. I've got 2 stub guns, so I have 1 attack, and then the extra for the other stub gun, and then a 2 firepower. It doesn't matter which one's which, because they're both stub guns. So we're hitting you on 4s. Pow pow. No. Oh, 1 ammo check. Stub gun ammo check. Passed. The one that hits you wounds you on a 4. It does not wound you. I'm going to activate this ganger. He's going to move up, and then he's going to take a shot. I'm going to try to pin your guy just so you can't aim. Need a 6 to hit. Oh, Dancing Matthew, we got a hit.
That guy was gonna get splattered.
Yeah, I know. Pinned. 4 to wound. Wounded.
Ooh, there's 5 up for this guy.
Oh, look
5
at
ups
you.
are impossible to make or fail in this game.
I know, right? 5 up invulnerable saves. I'm then going to play Bond of Brotherhood on that same ganger. That because I'm within 3 inches of a seriously injured fighter, I can shoot again. I just realized I did something wrong, so we're going to step back for a second. The closest eligible target was actually him. I can ignore guys that are in base with an extra -1. Not that I can ignore him, I just know it's a harder target. And so I have to make a cool check to have fired there. So if I fail this cool check, then it's him who's penned instead. Cool is 7+ on that ganger. He failed it. We already know that you made your save, so it doesn't matter he has a shield. So he's up and he's pinned. He was facing this way. And so I will still use that card to fire again, but now I can ignore him and I can fire at him. Still need a 6 though. No, and no ammo check.
So we will go with this guy, move him to the wall, and aim right here, because it'll guarantee. If I put it on you, I can scatter and blow you this way. This way I'm guaranteed extra damage to you.
Yeah, you try to do that.
Okay.
Forced to hit.
We won't. We're going to scatter.
Miss. Scattering?
I
I can't see the arrow.
Uh-oh.
Center end's there and hits nothing. I'm going to attempt to charge. I'm going to lose an inch over that pipe. So that's a 6-inch. I needed one more, so I have to move as close as possible, so I'll just end right there. And that was a double action, so I can't do anything else. Ganger right here. Actually, this is a champion. He is going to leap over and take a shot at the best target. Best target, I can't see him, will be him in partial cover. So 4 to hit because of partial cover. That's a hit with 2 hits. He gets pinned, and we wound him on 4s. 1 wound.
3 up.
Oh, he only had 1 wound, and he's flesh wounded.
Okay.
Down to toughness 2. Flesh wounded and out of ammo. Ganger up top is going to climb down and move over. Sorry, I went too far. I forgot that I double. I'm not going to jump down. I don't want to just land and lose the rest of the movement. My champion, the heavy stubber, is going to move. My ganger here will stand up, and we're just going to move. I'll really start to close in on you here. Ganger back here is going to aim and fire at your engaged ganger, or whatever you call your regular subjugators. I'll have a -1 because my guy is engaged with you. Which brings me back to a 4 to hit. Yikes. On a 4+, I hit my own guy because he's within an inch of the line. I hit my own guy, wounding him on a 4 because he's not flesh wounded.
Oh no!
I got a 5-up save. And I not saved. What's my injury? Oh, he takes out his own guy! And you're back in the game, Steve. Woo! I was trying to take him out because then I could charge over and help there. Oh well. Well, he will aim and fire at the same subjugator. In partial cover, but aim, so 4 to hit. We got a miss, but no ammo check. Leaves just my leader. So we will, I guess I just have to fight. We got the 2 serval claws and then my stub gun, which I've got to do a firepower die with.
No.
And so miss, but no. I hit you both with my serval claws.
Dang.
3s to wound. 1 wound. You got a 2-up save. Oh, and you get to hit me back. Now you didn't charge this time.
Well, 2 in the shield and then 1 on that
I'm in trouble. Ooh, okay, only 1
hit.
hit. Knock back. Do you want to follow?
I do. It's
Okay.
safer.
4s to wound. It wounds with a 5-up save. Oh, that's my last wound, which means no, that takes him out. Seriously injured, still in base contact with you. I believe you get a coup de grace. Let's check. We double checked. When you do your reaction attack, you do not get to consolidate or do a coup de grace. So unfortunately, you do not get to kill my leader. Coup de grace.
Coup de grace.
Coup de grace.
I pronounce all the letters in the word.
Coup de grace.
Coup de grace.
End phase. I technically have to do a bottle test, but I haven't lost enough that I could actually fail it. So let's do a recovery test for my leader. He is still seriously injured. He still counts as being broken.
Yeah.
So we'll have to keep testing for that.
Yes.
You guys can run at any time now. But I don't
We're the
know.
law.
Your leader just
We are
passes
the
and
law.
you keep everybody
We
close
are
to your
the
leader.
law.
You are the law.
Getting more articulate.
I get it. You are the law.
Stop.
You are the law. Roll for priority. I win ties this time. Ooh.
I'll take it.
You got
I mean-
priority. Well, you don't have a choice. You have priority. Take it. You rolled it. Cool checks for you to see if you run.
Let's go leader beans.
What does he need?
6. Nice.
Oh, he runs! He runs! Goodbye! He takes out my leader. He's like,
Like-
I'm done. My book here.
No,
is
what happened
done.
is this guy had a nice bribe form in his pocket. He took his bribe.
Yeah, right.
They're like, I am the law. Give him my money.
And I just like
I'm also
slip him
kind
a
of a
20.
ganger.
I'm like, here you go.
Thanks.
So he's removed, which means you're gonna have to actually have to roll for each one, and nobody else is a champion.
Yeah.
So what is the cool of your regular game?
7. We'll go right here.
Start in the front.
Actually, I'll start here.
We'll start there. Okay. He's good.
Yep. And now we'll go to the one in the front.
He's good.
And here. Yep. And over here.
And the important one.
They haven't got paid yet, so.
Yeah, they're waiting for their bribes. Where is my bribe?
He's gonna charge. Oh man.
That's enough.
Maybe.
6 inches. He loses
Yeah,
one to the barrier.
You're right.
He's good.
I'm
Shortest
gonna go
route. Boom. I'm
push
only
that
toughness
guy in
2.
the face.
Yeah, push me back into the wall and make a higher damage. Hit me on 4s. Is that right?
Yes.
That's an
My
ammo check.
pistol might be at ammo.
Check.
Yeah,
No.
it's an
Oh,
ammo.
it's out of ammo. Okay. So both your pistol and a shield hit me.
Yeah.
One pushes me back.
I'll do it.
So
Go ahead
push
and do
me,
it.
and do you follow?
Yep.
Good. I'm only toughness 2 because I'm flesh wounded, so you wound me on 3, so 1 wound. 5 up mesh armor. Oh, I take it. What happens? Kill me. And you get a free consolidation. Where would you like to go?
Oh, I can't go with an inch of you.
No. It's right. The only moves I can go within an inch are charges.
Well, we'll go this way.
Okay. Champion here will charge. I shouldn't be able to fail this. Yeah, we're looking at 6 inches. I lose 1. Shortest route possible. I'll bring him to here. We'll fight with my knife. So the orange will be his knife, and then we've got my little auto pistol. Hitting on 4s, actually. So these 2 miss, but no ammo check. Everything's strength 3, so 4s to wound. Ooh, we got a wound. What's your save on him?
5 up for him. He's got nothing special.
Ooh! Well, what's the injury? Ooh, just a flesh wound, so he gets to hit back. That's too bad, because anything else and he would have been done. Hit me back with the ram on a 4. You do.
Oh, buddy.
As knockback, do you want to follow?
Yep.
3s to wound. Yikes, it's minus 1 AP, 2 damage. When my champion has 2 wounds. Finally get a 6 up. Steve, you ready?
Yep.
Dancing Matthew.
If you make it.
Dancing Matthew. Dancing Matthew! Ooh, so close.
Oh, I'm low!
What are you
Wrong
rolling?
die.
What are you rolling? 1 injury. Oh, you killed him!
I'm low.
You are the law. And that doesn't even count as his activation, so he can still go.
We are definitely have to aim after him.
Are you facing that way?
Yeah. Oh, wait.
Partial cover, but you're aiming, so hitting on 4s. Booyah! But ammo check. Are you
Let's
out of
do
ammo?
ammo
6
first,
plus, 6
yeah.
plus, 6 plus. You're out of ammo. On a 3 plus, you push me with knockback. You do. Now, since you got a direct hit, we got to do a scatter die to see which direction I go. So closer to you, 1 inch. And I'll test to see if I get. Basically, I got to do a cool check or not be pinned because of my nerves of steel. But let's do the damage first. On a 4 plus, you wound me. I get a 5 plus to save it, which I do not. Brings him down to 1 wound. My cool is 6 plus. I fail it, and I'm pinned. I'm so glad I brought that. Wow. First time I got to use Nerves of Steel, not so steely. And I made a mistake. That was not the champion that charged. You killed him anyways. Even though you had to get through 2 wounds, it doesn't matter. He's actually the champion. He's going to declare charge. So that is 7 inches. No problem. He gets to your pin guy, who immediately stands up, and I'm assuming you want to face me.
Yeah.
Well, you can choose your facing,
Well, actually, I'm gonna keep. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep you in my front, but
but also kind of keep everything here in your front. 2 base attacks, auto pistol, charge, hitting on 4s. Yikes, only 1 hit. You're only toughness 2 though, because you're flesh wounded, so 3s to wound. 3 up save though with your shield, you're good. Now you get to hit me back.
Yes.
Hit me back on 4s. You
Alright.
do. You get to push me back. Do you want to follow?
I do. Might as well stay in there. No, I haven't activated yet.
Yeah, that's right. So you can still shoot
I
your
might
grenade
just charge
launcher.
back in. Right?
4s to wound me. You got 1 wound, no AP, so I get a 5 up save, and I have 1 wound left. Down to 1.
I'm gonna activate them and then go right charge you. I'm not gonna
Charge? You don't have to roll, yeah.
Just roll over those 4s.
You do smash me back, but you also run out of
Ammo?
ammo on your stub gun.
Yeah,
You know,
it's
you
fine.
keep your ammo. There's nowhere for me to go, so the knockback one is actually going to be damage 2. 4s to wound. Oh, that was a damage 2. 5 up save against your stub gun.
No,
Ooh,
you gotta
nothing,
stop.
Nothing. And then I get to reaction attack you, hitting on 4s. No, not out of ammo, but only 1 hit. 3s to wound with your flesh wound. And no, nothing.
Okay.
Gonna stand up my heavy stubborn dude, champion, and move.
This guy's gonna get up, and then we're gonna take a shot, and I'm gonna measure, but I doubt it.
If you're within 6, you'll get plus
Nah,
2
just
because you'll
don't.
be in your short, and otherwise you get -1 because I'm prone. And this is with your stub gun, not grenade launcher.
Yes.
Because your grenade launcher is out of ammo. Hit me on 5s. That's a miss. Not an ammo check. Almost looked like one. Well, my leader will crawl to cover as a double action. Ganger here will aim and fire right at your subjugator. -2 to hit him because of full cover, but then +2 for range and aiming. 4s to hit. Got a hit with 3
Ooh,
hits.
nice.
First off, he's pinned. Still his front arc though, so he's going to get a nice healthy 3 up save. 4s to wound. Got 2. 3 up saves. Ooh, 1 goes through. And he's flesh wounded. Wow. Good for him. Gonna have this ganger move up, and then we'll take a shot at your prone guy. Sorry, I gotta retract that. You can't actually target a fighter who is pinned, or basically prone, whether they're seriously injured or pinned, if they are in any cover whatsoever, because it's assumed that they're kind of... Because pinned is not actually getting knocked down.
We're ducking.
It's a guy that's ducking down. We just lie them down to represent that their heads are down. So instead of a fire back here, now he's closer, but he's a harder target, so I don't have to do a cool check to not fire at him. Simple 4 to hit. We got 1 hit. Was that in his front arc? Probably was, right? He is flesh wounded though, so 3 to wound with an auto gun. 3+ save. Oh, another one! Injury check! Finally! Nobody's within 3 inches for a... So flip him over. Keep the flesh wound. Keep the flesh wound. Flip him over. Nobody's within 3 inches for a nerve test. This ganger will move. This ganger will move as well. So he doesn't risk shooting his own guys, because if he shoots this way and misses, there's like so many guys that will get shot instead. End phase, I have 4 guys down or out, and it's still not enough to make me bottle, because I have to have 5 down or out before I can possibly bottle. So let's do our injury rolls. Starting with your subjugator. He is still seriously injured. My leader is flesh wounded. So flip him over. He's got a flesh wound. Roll for priority. I win ties. Oh, I have priority. Before anything else, though, cool checks.
Sorry, the guy standing up.
We need 7s, right?
Oh, he's gone.
So he's gone.
Oh, this one here still standing up?
Stays.
Good.
And then the one in the back. Also good. So
One more.
oh, there's one hiding right there. Also good. So goodbye. I'm going to start with a charge from my champion, moving an extra 2 inches, and he'll move up here and coup de grace. See ya.
See, I can charge you and get double my extra attack, or I can just walk over to here and hit you with the ram anyway. Only 1 attack.
Because the grenade launcher is out of ammo, not your ram. Because it's not all the same, right? You treat.
Oh, you're facing that one? I'm charging.
Right, because then you can get my back arc.
Yeah.
Now in this case, the back arc, yeah, that's plenty. So your shortest pass will be to my back arc, which means I'll get -1 to hit you back when I turn around.
Give me at least 1. Oh, God.
Oh, you hit on 4s. No, 1s do nothing. I react, but I've got to turn around, which means I get -1 to hit. I'm hitting you on 5s. We hit you once with my knife. Wound you on a 3 because you're flesh wounded. Oh, again with the 2. Ganger here will activate. Yeah, I'm gonna move and shoot because I'm not. From there, I think he still has some cover, which means I would be able to shoot. So I'm gonna move here and just shoot on the ground. 3s to hit. We hit. 1 hit. 3 to wound you with my 1 hit. Yeah, it's your back arc, so just. Oh, it didn't matter. You are seriously injured. Oh, yeah, I'm the law around here. There's just him left to go.
You don't want to go anywhere.
He's just gonna stay where he is. Other than I will charge a coup de grace.
Stupid.
Woo! Kick you in the face. You might think, why are you guys not calling it? Obviously, Steve is losing. But this scenario, with the points, we're actually kind of tied right now.
Oh, you're flesh wounded now, though.
Oh, that's right. My leader is not down.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm winning. Because I thought I was still seriously injured, which gave me a
Yeah,
chance
if you were
to
still
count it.
yeah, okay.
Because that's 3 points, and then...
Okay.
Okay.
We're going back to the precinct.
Yeah.
I gotta rethink our life decisions here.
Yeah. We'll call it here as an Orlock victory.
No, we're set. I don't know.
Well, we'll find out. You know what? Next game, see if you come back ready for more.
This guy's gonna like turncoat and the cops and become an informant for them, but he's like secretly undercover trying to join the Orlocks, like a dirty cop, but like actually working for the law.
Like a triple agent kind of
Triple
yes. Double agent?
Triple triple agent.
A double
Wait,
triple?
no,
Okay.
no. Let's get it.
A single double.
Whose side am I on?
A double. 2 creams, 2 sugars.
I'm law.
You are the law. You are the law, Steve. And we're going to play another game in the vault.
Played.
And we'll play a different scenario. Same gangs, though, because...
That's what we know. That's what we have.
Well, no, we have a lot of the gangs, and we will eventually play the other
know.
ones. But it takes a long time just to figure it out.
I won't do the really overpowered tons of armor and sitting in a little castle and mortar thing, because turns out it doesn't work at all. Like, at all. Grenades don't work.
Yeah, we'll change up our tactics cards.
Armor is useless in this game. Don't bother going for armor. It's useless. And also grenades don't hit. They don't hit. Don't bother. Like, it's dumb. Waste
This
of
is
points.
Necromunda Tactics
Waste
with
of
Steve.
points.
Gosh.
Ah.
All right, thanks for watching. Happy wargaming. Thanks so much for watching. We're looking forward to doing a Necromunda campaign soon, but if you can't get enough Necromunda, click the link below to go watch the next game between Matthew and Steve in the MiniWarGaming Vault. Vault members are what drive MiniWarGaming, so consider supporting us today. Click the link to get a free 7-day trial.